Hey guys, it's Mike with Detroit Grooming Company, and today bringing you a special video. It's about beard oil versus beard butter. So let's get into it. There are many different ways to take care of your beard these days, and a lot of companies who have products for you, which is great. Everyone's kind of fallen into line, decided kind of what kind of products that they want to carry, what kind of products they want to make as well. But there's always a little bit of a debate going on between bearded men about which is better, oil or butter. So I'm gonna say it's personal choice, but we'll go through all the options here so you guys know what we're looking at and you can make a decision for yourself. So let's start with oil. I'm gonna start with my favorite. This is black, and the black scent is cedarwood amber. So it's a great, full, robust scent, and probably the most manly scent that we have next to the Corktown. Oil is excellent for the skin. So this is something that you want to make sure that you get down to the skin, because it has powerful plant-based oils that are doing all the work to make sure your skin is well nourished and soft. And of course, as the hair is growing in, it's also nourishing that hair as it passes through, so your hair is growing all the time. A lot of people use the oil for like a nighttime routine. They'll heat it up, warm it up between their hands, spread it through their face, and they're using it as such. So you can choose which way or what time you'd like to use the oil in your face, but I will say this, I think either one of these are going to be very important to your grooming routine, and like I said, you'll make your own decision after the end of this video. So oil is really more or less to take care of the skin, like I said. However, we've put some ingredients in here that help with your hair as well, like vitamin E and also wheat germ. The wheat germ replaces missing proteins in the hair, so if you're getting a lot of split ends, this helps you mitigate that and help your beard feel less coarse. So by nature of taking care of those split ends or potential split ends, you're having a softer overall feel. So that's an excellent point to make about the oil itself. Butter, and I'll use the Orchard Lake here. This is orange and vanilla as an example. Butter also can be used as a nighttime beard softener or beard conditioner. So you have different ways to use these products at different times, but the process is always the same. You extract a little bit with the back of your nail, heat it up in your hands to distribute the product evenly and make sure that all the oils are activated and the butters, and then apply it to the face. Now the butter can also be applied down to the skin. There's nothing in there that'll clog pores. There's a little bit of a debate going on whether or not to call it an actual butter because it has a touch of beeswax. And when I say touch of beeswax, I really mean that. We put a touch of beeswax in there to help control flyaways, so it has a little bit of hold. So if you were to call this anything at all, it would be a hybrid butter. So the butter component in here is shea butter. Shea nut only grows in one place in the whole world, and that is in Africa, and that's where we source it. Of course, fair trade, all the checks and balances are there, and it's an excellent for skin and for hair. But that's the hair softening powerhouse in this particular product. It's the shea butter. It'll help soften the hair. It's of course highly nourishing as well, and we've added everything that we have in our oils into the butter. So you're getting all the skin nourishing properties as well. So if I were to look at either of these items as standalone, the butter provides you the best value overall, but maybe not the best delivery system. So when you want to get down to the skin, you need a product that's a little bit looser. After warming it up, to get it down to the skin, you want to use a brush or a comb. Now a brush is going to be the best. If you look at this, brush closely, you'll see that all the bristles here are tightly packed and condensed. So that when you run it through your face, it's going to make contact with your skin. And I'll come back to that because there's a very important item that you'll want to take a look at, maybe including into your routine to help you shape your beard. So the tightly packed bristles here will help distribute the oils through the hair as well, not just down to the skin, so you're getting the full benefit of it. So in process, shower, damp dry, your face about 80% dry, and then apply the oil down to the skin, run it through with the brush, and then apply the butter after you've finished your normal routine for getting ready for the day. The butter would be the topper, so you put that right on top and then you comb through for shaping. Now I said I would come back to this because it's a very important thing. When you're trying to distribute the oils using the brush through the face, you want to press and put pressure down so that it reaches the skin. So that way it coats the hair from root all the way through the shaft. But if you want to use a comb or a brush for styling, you want to lightly run the brush just over the top of the hair all the way across the face and not put much pressure on. That'll keep the hairs nice and densely packed together, and it actually comes out better looking than if you were to comb it through. So I used to be a big proponent of just using a comb for styling, and I've shifted over to using the brush for styling because it keeps the hairs together where a comb would separate. So the other part to this whole thing being that it's oil versus butter, I think they work great together. And there's ways that you can add to your routine that make them work great together. And as I just described, you know, shower, damp, dry, oil, work down to the face, butter on top. You can mix them together as well. So it's less versus and more how do we make these two products collaborate together and work together in a way that benefits you the most. So if you wanted to try a different type of regimen, you can use a 1-to-1 factor of oil and butter right there in your hand at the same time. So you want to spread those out, again, heat them up with your hands to distribute the product and activate those essential oils, and then distribute it throughout your face. So in closing, it's not more or less oil versus butter. It's more how do we make these products work for us the best. And I've seen a lot of people skip oil altogether and just use butter. And again, that's a great value because the butter itself contains all the oils that are in the actual oil itself. But with one exception, it's not as easy to spread through the face as the oils are. So I hope you learned something here today. And if you need any advice, any other tips, make sure you reach out to us. We're on all the social channels. Check out Detroit Grooming Co. on Facebook, at Detroit Grooming on Instagram, and of course you can find me at Detroit Grooming_Mike on Instagram as well. Feel free to send me a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.